It's Machikahan time! Narito na naman po ang inyong Chikang teacher. Ngayon, ang lesson natin is describing principal roots of rational and irrational numbers and determine between what two integers the square root of a number. Ito po ay nasa Mathematics 7, Module 6. After going through this lesson, you are expected to apply the concept learned in the previous module about real numbers, describe and define the square root of real numbers, classify the principal roots whether rational or irrational, determine between what two integers the square root of a number is, and learn to value and appreciate hard work and truthfulness when doing the assigned task for better output. Ang lesson number 1 po natin is describing principal roots of rational and irrational numbers. Tara, umpisahan na natin. Ano po ba ang square root? Every non-negative real numbers n can be expressed as a product of two equal factors, which is b times b. Each factor b is called the square root of n. Sabi dyan, non-negative. So, ibig sabihin, dapat palaging positive ang n natin. At ang factor ni n ay b times b. Ibig sabihin, anuman po yung number na minultiply niya sa sarili niya. Ang sagot ay n. A positive integer has two different square roots, which are opposite to each other. For example, so pwedeng 5 times 5, kung i-squared natin yon, so since dalawang 5, pwede siyang i-express as 5 squared, and 5 squared is equal to positive 25. Ganon din po kung imumultiply natin yung negative 5 kay negative 5, so, i-express natin as exponent, that is quantity of negative 5 squared, ang sagot pa rin po ay positive 25. Therefore, square root of 25 is equal to positive 5 at negative 5. Pwede nating ipakita as positive negative 5. Ibig sabihin, kung kukunin natin ang square root of 25, pwedeng ang sagot natin ay yung positive 5 at pwede rin pong negative 5. Ayan, ito pong symbol na to, ang tawag po sa kanya ay square root. So, kung babasahin natin yan, square root. So, ito ay square root of 25. Let us find the square root of the following integers. So, given yung integers, i-square natin, and then ano yung product of equal factor. So, for example, ang integer natin ay 1. Kung i-square natin siya, ibig sabihin yung 1 squared ay 1 times 1. At 1 times 1 equals 1. Next, 2. Kung i-square natin ng 2, 2 squared, kung kukunin natin ang factor, that is 2 times 2. At what is 2 times 2? That is 4. Tandaan lang po natin, ha? Ibig sabihin, dalawang beses natin imumultiply yung kanyang number, yung 2. Next, 3. Kung kukunin natin yung square niya, that is 3 squared. So, yung 3 squared, that is 3 times 3. Hindi po 3 times 2, ha? Kasi yung 2 dyan, ang tawag natin ay exponent. Sa exponent, sinasabi niya kung ilang beses natin imumultiply yung kanyang base, which is 3. So, 3 times 3 is 9. Next one is 4. And that is 4 squared. So, ang 4 squared natin ay 4 times 4 is 16. And another one is 5. So, 5 squared, that is 5 times 5. And that is 25. Paki-screenshot. Mamaya, gagamitin natin yan. Na-screenshot nyo na ba? So, tumuloy na tayo. Another one, ayan, 6. So, ang 6 natin, 6 squared. At ang 6 squared is 6 times 6. that is 36. 7, so that is 7 squared. And 7 times 7 is 49. Then 8. 8 squared is 8 times 8, which is 64. 9, so 9 squared. At ang 9 squared natin is 9 times 9 is 81. And then 10, we have 10 squared kung i-square natin siya. And 10 times 10 is 100. By the way, yung product of equal factor, siya din po yung tinatawag nating perfect square. Tandaan natin, siya ay perfect square. Paki-screenshot, gagamitin natin yan mamaya. So, itutuloy natin, screenshot nyo na rin to, na yung 11 is 11 squared, that is 11 times 11 is 121. Yung 12, so 12 squared, that is 144. 13 squared, that is 169. 13 times 13 yun, ha? Then 14 squared is 196. 15 squared, that is 225. Huwag niyong kakalimutang screenshot, gagamitin natin mamaya yung mga number na yan. So 16 squared is 16 times 16 is 256. 17 squared is 289. 18 squared, that is 324. 19 squared, that is 361. 20 squared is 400. Huwag kalimutang screenshot. Next, 21 squared, that is 441. 22 squared, that is 484. 23 squared is 529. And 24 squared is 576. And 25 squared is 625. Huwag kayong mag-alala, ito na po yung last. By the way, huwag kalimutang screenshot kasi gagamitin natin mamaya yan. Uulitin natin ang product of equal factors. Siya rin po ay tinatawag na perfect square. Na-screenshot nyo na ba? Tumuloy na tayo. So, square root of a perfect square number is a whole number. Tandaan natin na ang perfect square ay palaging whole number. At ang square root niya po ay whole number din. So, perfect square numbers are numbers with equal factor. Equal, parehas yung factor niya. Kung 1 squared, that is 1 times 1. Kung 2 squared, hindi pwedeng 2 times 1. It should be 2 times 2. For example, so ito po yung tinatawag nating perfect square. Yung 1 yung naging sagot natin kanina, di ba ang 1 is 1 times 1. Ang 4 is 2 times 2. Ang 9 ay 3 times 3. Ang 16 ay 4 times 4. Ang 25 ay 5 times 5. Ang 36 ay 6 times 6. Ang 49 ay 7 times 7. Ang 64 ay 8 times 8. Ang 81 is 9 times 9. At ang 100 ay 10 times 10. So, meron pa po yan. And so on and so forth, di ba? Hanggang 25 yung kinuha natin kanina. The square root of a perfect square number is equal to its factor. So, square root of 1 is 1. Diba? Square root of 1. Kukunin yung perfect square, ano bang factor nun? That is also 1. Ang square root of 4, ano bang factor? Diba galing yan sa 2 times 2. So, therefore, ang perfect square niya or ang factor niya ay 2. Ang square root of 9 is 3. And how about square root of 16? Yes, that is 4. Let us try this. Find the positive nth root. So, ang hinihingi lang po dito ay positive nth root. Ano bang square root of 121? Yung kaninang siniscreenshot nyo? Yes, that is positive 11. Eh ma'am, di ba sabi nyo dalawa palagi yung sagot? Positive 11 at negative 11. Pero ang hinihingi lang po dito ay positive. nth root. O how about square root of 400? Yes, that is positive 20. How about square root of 225? That is positive 15. How about square root of 144? Yes, that is positive 12. And we have square root of 625. That is positive 25. Diba nagamit natin yung kaninang ni-screenshot nyo? Another. Let us simplify the following. Ma'am, paano kung ganito yung given? Square root of 4 plus square root of 25. Square root of 29 po ba yung sagot? Hindi po. Kailangan nyo muna siyang isimplify. So, ang square root of 4 ay 2 plus ang square root ng 25 ay 5. Then, tsaka lang natin siya pwedeng i-add. And 2 plus 5 is 7. So, nakita nyo, yung naka-square root na number, pwede pala natin isimplify. Next, number 2. Square root of 49 minus square root of 36. Ma'am, ibabawas lang po ba ang diretso yun? Hindi po. Isisimplify pa rin natin. Square root of 49 is 7 minus square root of 36 is 6. And 7 minus 6 is 1. Another one, square root of 64 divided by square root of 16. Kunin natin yung factor. Square root of 64 is 8 divided by square root of 16 is 4. And 8 divided by 4 is 2. And then let us have number 2. How about square root of 144 times square root of 121? So, ang square root of 144 is 12. Ang square root naman ng 121 ay 11. So, 12 times 11 is 132. Oh, napakadali lang kunin ng square root, di ba? So, magpatuloy na tayo. Let us now have the classifying principal nth roots as rational or irrational numbers. Ngayon, i-identify naman natin kung yung given ba ay rational o irrational numbers. Kailan ba nagiging rational at kailan nagiging irrational? If the square root of n is an integer, then n is called a perfect square. The roots of a perfect square are rational numbers. Di ba kanina may pinakita tayo na mga squared numbers tapos principal or yung answer, yung perfect square niya. So, kapag daw ang sagot ng square root of n ay perfect square, then that is a rational number. While the square root of a number that are not perfect square are irrational numbers. So, let us determine. So, let us tell whether the principal root of each number is rational or irrational. So, how about square root of 7? Perfect square ba siya? Di ba hindi? So, that is irrational numbers. How about square root of 36? Ano nga ba ang square root ng 36? Di ba 6? And that is rational numbers. Ganun po siya kadali. Pwede nyo ring i-check gamit ang inyong mga calculator. Kapag ang nakuha nyo ay whole number, that is rational number. Kapag naman hindi whole number ang nakuha, that is irrational. So, how about square root of 144? Oh, pakipindot sa calculator. Tingnan nga natin. Ang root niya ay 12. So, considered siya pong rational numbers. How about square root of 200? Meron bang square root of 200? So, therefore, that is irrational numbers. Kaya mas maganda kung alam ninyo kung ano yung mga perfect square na number para mas madali nating ma-identify kung siya ba ay rational or irrational. So, let us now have our lesson 2. So, we have to determine between what two integers the square root of a number is. So, nasa ang pagitan siya. Tingnan nga natin. If a principal root is irrational, then the best way you can do now is to give an estimate of its value. Estimating is very important for all principal roots that are not roots of a perfect nth powers. So, ang kukuhanan natin ngayon ng principal root ay irrational. At by the way, i-estimate lang po natin ang sagot. Kasi, since hindi siya perfect square, hindi po exact ang sagot niya. So for example, between what two consecutive integer is the square root of the given integer lies? Nasaan daw ba nakapagitan yung given number or square root? So for example, square root of 7. Saan ba siya nakapagitan? So kukunin muna natin si square root of 7. At nakapagitan siya kay square root of 4 at square root of 9. At ang square root of 4 natin ay 2. And square root of 9 is 3. So, therefore, square root of 7 is between 2 and 3. Tandaan natin, dapat alam natin yung perfect square. Next example. Square root of 300. So, kukunin muna natin si square root of 300. Kanino ba siya nakapagitan? Silipin nyo dun sa screenshot natin. Ayan. So, we have square root of 289. Oh, ano yung pangalawa? Square root of 324. At ang square root of 289 ay 17. How about square root of 324? That is 18. Therefore, square root of 300 is between 17 and 18. Another example. Square root of 99. So, saan siya nakapagitan ulit? So, ang una ay square root of 81 and square root of 100. At ang square root of 81 ay 9. At ang square root of 100 ay 10. So, therefore, square root of 99 is between 9 and 10. Let us try this. Let us give the square root of each number. Oh, how about square root of 25? Di ba nasa screenshot yan? Yes, that is square root of 25 is positive and negative 5. Eh ma'am, bakit kanina 5 lang yung sagot natin? Kasi po, ang hinihingi lang doon ay positive square root. Dito naman walang nakalagay. Ibig sabihin, kukunin natin yung roots nilang dalawa. Pwedeng positive 5 at negative 5. Kaya ang sagot natin ay positive, negative 5. Next, how about square root of 81? Yes, that is positive and negative 9. Square root of 100. That is positive and negative 10. O how about square root of 144? Nakita mo na ba dyan sa screenshot mo? Yes, that is positive and negative 12. And how about square root of 169? That is positive, negative 13. Let us try this. Between what two consecutive integers is the square root of the given integer lies? So, ang hahanapin natin ay yung two consecutive yung nakapagitan sa kanya. So, for example, number 1, square root of 10. Sa nakapagitan? Pakitingin nga sa screenshot. Yes, that is 3 and 4. How about square root of 30? Nakita nyo na ba? That is 5 and 6. Oh, paano naman ang square root of 175? That is 13 and 14. Eh, yung 650, square root of 650. That is 25 and 26. How about square root of 596? That is 24 and 25. Naway tayo nag-enjoy ngayong araw na ito. Iyan ang ating matsayang kwentuhan. Hanggang sa muli. Huwag kalimutan, i-click ang like, share, and subscribe. Paalam! Maraming salamat. God bless!